Welcome to Marvelicious Toys. We bring you news and reviews of Marvel toys, statues, and more. Because not all Marvel collections can be bagged and boarded. They're not just toys, they're Marvelicious.
But I have one other 12-inch figure hanging out here from Das Toys.
From who?
Das.
DASTOYZ. We talked about this. I saw this at New York Comic Con in 2014 and felt I had to have it because it was so crazy. They were making a licensed, approved by Stan Lee Media, 12-inch Stan Lee figure. It arrived just a couple days before Hot Toys announced their own Stan Lee figure coming out. And all the things, Justin, you've ever said about me buying Tony Stark figures or various figures and loafers, I'm having a hard time not calling this a doll of a college professor.
Yeah, he's got loafers on. He has some wool slacks. He has a nice jacket on. Although he's got a bit of a butterfly collar. It's like he's in the 70s. And make no mistake, this is the young Stan Lee.
Yeah, this is like Stan Lee in the 1970s, maybe 80s. This is not current Stan Lee.
When he was posing in Playgirl.
Yes. Now, I knew I was in for trouble when I opened the box. The shipper came and I'm like, ooh, it's a little smaller than the Hot Toys or Sideshow shipper boxes, but let's take a look. And you know I love my Hot Toys boxes and I loved the Deadpool box. I got out my Stan Lee box, and it is just this red box with white lettering of a generic font that says Stan Lee.
Can I also point out that they have a very similar logo to Hot Toys?
Yeah, only it's supposed to be a cape, but it kind of looks like the Hot Toys flame turned on its side.
Because I did a double take. I'm like, I thought you said this wasn't a Hot Toy.
Maybe they're trying to catch a few people there sleeping.
I am wondering about that.
You slide off the ugly red sleeve and you get an even uglier baby blue box.
We know baby blue is the 2016 Pantone color of the year along with rose quartz.
Are you kidding?
No.
Oh, wow. The only thing I can say about this blue box that's nice is it has a magnetic clamp with a little bit of a ribbon that you have to pull to open up the foam box and reveal Stan Lee in all his glory.
What are they doing with these colors? I thought maybe they were trying to do like a Spider-Man homage, but that's not really Spider-Man's colors, are they? That blue is too light for Spider-Man.
No, it's very clearly baby blue.
My thinking is they're trying to do Spider-Man, but this has no Marvel affiliation whatsoever.
And if that's the case, then they could have picked a better blue to make my mind think Spider-Man red and blue next to each other.
But I'm thinking maybe they couldn't get too close for fear of being sued.
You can't get sued over a color. Well, maybe you can.
When I opened Stan up, the thing that made me think doll, no parts of him are wrapped in tissue paper like I'm so used to every high-end collectible coming. He's just sitting in foam.
So far, everything is pointing towards expensive doll.
Yeah, I'm just not really getting this. I mean, yeah, he's a guy who created, like, Spider-Man and everything, but do we need a doll of him in our house?
My whole thought was, when I ordered this, Stan Lee has cameoed in almost every Marvel movie. Not 100%, but most. He wasn't in Guardians. Yeah, he was in Guardians.
Yeah,
he was this lecherous guy. He was even in the X-Men and the Spider-Mans. So I felt I wanted a Stan Lee cameo with my Hot Toys.
But now there's a Hot Toy Stan Lee.
You see, that was part 2 of my thought is Hot Toys will never make a Stan Lee.
Huh. Arnie, maybe you should just kind of like stop thinking for a while and let's just like go and let's relax our mind and just kind of let it go and chill. No thoughts. Oh, I'm going to buy that. No, let's relax. Look at that over there. Look at that. Look at the keys. Look at my keys. Come on.
Now, what I'm going to say that I really like about this figure is the outfit. They did a great job on his suit. We've often complained that the stitching is too big on these smaller doll clothes, but here, these clothes look perfectly proportioned. He's got little buttonholes for his sport coat that match the size of the buttons. The fly is a little bit too big of stitching because they didn't do a zipper there. But other than the fly, I think this is an amazing outfit. The little kerchief in the pocket.
Yeah, I was looking at the buttons, and those are a very good scale for that. The stitching isn't overly done. You know, it doesn't feel like a lot of times doll's clothing on these things. I mean, it looks almost like they figured out a way to get similar material to a jacket, but thinner. So it doesn't give you that automatic sense of like, oh, yep, this is material shrunk down.
Yeah, I think it actually looks great. And on the inside of his jacket, they actually have like a satin liner.
Oh, wow. That's a detail they didn't need to go into.
That is that you've just gotten my summation of this entire figure. Is that's a detail they didn't need to go into. And I'm going to get more into that.
Oh, no. Did you take his pants off?
No. But when I opened up this box, I couldn't remember all of the accessories he came with. So I first of all didn't remember we were getting two heads. We get the standard Stan head that's a little bit younger than I'm used to him being. You know, it's probably him when he was in his late 60s or 70s. His hair isn't as gray and there's more of it. And they used a standard body, so he's not quite as hunched over. But the second head is him with a full beard. And I swear to God, it looks just like Wes Craven. Like, you could put this on and have Wes Craven the director doll instead of Stan Lee doll.
Well, it's a 2-for-1 deal.
I was thinking one of the Gibb brothers, but you're right. That's totally Wes Craven.
Like the nose, the smile. Now, I did do a very close comparison of the two heads. They are practically identical. The wrinkles and everything, it's like it's the same head and they just added on the beard. But it has such a different look with that beard.
I feel like he's given a little more teeth in the bearded smile than his mustache smile.
Yeah, maybe just a little. There's those minor differences, but it's basically the same. The same eyebrows, the same wrinkles, the same crow's feet on the eye.
Wow. They definitely captured the crookedly stitched on hair job that Stan Lee has.
Yes.
Does he have a toupee?
Oh, he had a hair transplant that was not symmetrical. And it's like every time I see him, that's all I see.
I did not notice this, but now that's all I'm going to see. This is a approved likeness of Stan Lee. I can't say this is a close likeness of Stan Lee because the unbearded head, from a distance, I see Vincent Price.
Yeah, I can see that too.
So maybe I just have the Masters of Horror figure set.
Okay, no, wait. Stand here, turn your head, and squint a little bit, and you're going to see Alfred Hitchcock. Okay, now stand over here. Yeah, is that what you have to do?
Now, on the head, there's one detail. Again, they didn't really need to do this. This is really gross. His neck under the chin. Now, it's mostly covered by his shirt collar, but when you take the head out and when you look at that, I'm going to let the video podcast speak for itself. Because I don't know how to say this and not be X-rated. Am I alone in this?
No.
So there's a detail they didn't need to do.
I find it interesting in the slew of hands that they come with, they decided to give him a pointy finger hand and then like the O hand. So he could be making the childish finger in the O hand gesture.
His arms don't reach across him all that well to do it, but I see your point. Here's another thing they didn't need to do. I was shocked. I didn't remember it coming with this. He comes with a tiny wristwatch.
Why?
And it actually works.
No, it is in the... All right, this may make me sound insane, but at one point I thought I saw the second hand move, and I just sat there staring at it to see if it was telling time.
Of course you're on 45 minutes sleep.
Yeah.
2 hours of him not sleeping last night was staring at the watch, since we didn't tell you.
I thought it was noon.
Well, the watch is in the time that they sell watches in, where the time is 10:10, so it makes the watch look like it's smiling. If you ever look at watch ads, they're always 10:10.
Oh.
So he has the smiling watch, but this is a tiny watch. Like, when I saw it in the box, in the foam, I thought it might be a pocket watch. No, you have to pop off the hand, and then you put this over the wrist joint. You know, it's a fairly ugly wrist joint, as they often are under the hands.
Sure.
But his tailored suit goes over his wrist. And so you can never see the watch once you've placed it on the figure. So there's a detail they didn't need to do.
Wow.
Now he comes with not one pair of shades, but 2 pairs of rose-tinted glasses. One are brown and one are kind of gold.
Very 70s.
But they're both tinted.
Yes, and they're not that far off in color.
Unnecessary.
Yes, I'm not sure if, like, I'm supposed to use the darker glasses with the beard and the gold glasses with the mustache, but honestly, if they'd given me one pair of glasses, that kind of would have been plenty.
Right, or maybe one pair of tinted glasses and one pair of just regular glasses.
I think Stan wears the tinted glasses, or at least he did back then a lot. I mean, I've seen pictures of him at, like, Playboy Mansion parties, and yeah, those were his shades.
Right on. The color changers.
He was out there schmoozing in Hollywood, you know, well, other people were back writing comics in the 70s. Now, he does come with 7 hands,
Why an odd number?
because only one of them is pointing.
Oh. What if he wanted to do 2 and do like, hey?
Yeah, the, like, shotgun
Yes.
fingers, yeah.
He can't be Shooter McGavin now.
I'm surprised that they were able to give us the web shooting fingers, but maybe they're, in case of a copyright lawsuit, say he's doing devil
Well-
horns.
He's at a Kiss concert.
Yeah, Gene Simmons did that. The articulation plus the suit on him, well, it's very realistic. He doesn't move as well as a young figure does. It's very hard to get him in an action-oriented position, even with the web shooter hands. Yet on all of them, I've never really paid attention to notice Stan Lee's pinky ring, but apparently it's important.
Wow. That's a 70s thing.
So, all in all, if they hadn't announced a Hot Toys one that's an even older Stan Lee, I'd have looked at this and gone, yeah, it's a little dollish. Yeah, I'm never going to buy another DOS Toys thing, but it's Stan Lee and he can cameo in my collection. And I would have been really satisfied. Knowing there's a Hot Toys on the horizon that comes with an autograph hand and a pen and a actor's chair like he's on a set of a movie, I'm looking at this like, well, you tried, and you were first to market, DOS Toys. That's what I'll give you. People like me, you got our money.
What is the MSRP on this?
Too much.
Well, $249.99.
What? What?
That is Hot Toys pricing.
I know.
It is. What is truly painful is, of course, I pre-ordered because they said limited to 1,000. I panicked.
Oh my God. What did I tell you about not thinking? Just clear your mind of all thoughts.
You need me to take yoga?
I do. Let's do yoga together. Let's do that.
It's cheaper than a DOS Toys figure.
Yes.
Well, as soon as the Hot Toys one was announced, I've seen this for $180 to $190.
Oh, man, oh man. I will say this, your thought process wasn't that flawed. It just, maybe your coolerness has moved into different areas.
Oh, I think what he's saying is you single-handedly now killed a company, DOS Toys.
It feels like DOS Toys has some of the beats of a collectible company, but not necessarily a collectible company for collectors like Hot Toys is and Sideshow is. It feels like they should be making Elvis dolls and maybe Michael Jackson dolls.
Kind of like Tonners.
Yeah, like for those people that are like just can't let the king of rock and roll go and they have a shrine to Elvis. If they had a detailed figure like this of Elvis, they would love it.
They already have detailed figures of this like Elvis.
Well, as collectors, we look at this and we're like, oh, we're going to nitpick the little things because it's not Hot Toys. But maybe Elvis is the way for them to go. If not, I don't know. DOS Toys might be just throwing darts in the dark.
I was curious because I remember seeing this at New York Comic Con and it was just very random for me to find it because it was among a huge display of 12-inch figures. And it just so happened Stan Lee caught my eye. But this is their first 1/6 scale figure ever. If you go to their webpage and you click home, it says an action figure company. DOS Toys Project Number 1. Stan Lee. Limited to 1,000 pieces coming May 2015.
So someone got really lucky with their first license. They're like, holy crap, guys, we can do it.
Yeah, you click about our company and it's blank, and I think that's about right.
I think you should return it.
Unfortunately, I can't.
Oh,
I have had it past the 30 days.
of course.
And he will cameo in my collection. I have enough Hot Toys that I can scatter some Stan Lees around.
Hey, and all in all, this isn't a dumpster fire of a wreck. I mean, it's just, I mean, it's a passable likeness of Stan Lee, and it's got a lot of cool accessories. So
Yeah, I agree. It's not a horrible figure. I'm just dumbfounded by some of the choices they made, like the watch.
I'm dumbfounded that they made it, and then I'm dumbfounded that you bought it, and that you're buying another one. It is the professor.
It really does look like he's about to teach a class.
There's
what
no context. There's no context. I could get if you were buying him, like, maybe he came with the outfits where he was doing the cameos in the Marvel movies. But this, you're just got an old guy in a suit in your collection. It's my grandpa. Yeah, we're so sad that he's gone.
All right, you make a very good point about context. Maybe it should have... I think Hot Toys got it right when he was signing Stan Lee. Stan Lee has a very recognizable signature. Having something like that, having a better base. I mean, his figure stand, there's like 4 holes in it because you could put the base a couple different places. It's the most basic, blah, black figure stand I've ever seen. I think I could go to Michael's doll section and get one equal.
I just don't think any of it's necessary, but, I mean, it's a cute idea what you're going to do. He's going to cameo in your collection. I really hope Das Toys survives Arnie's purchase, but...
Nah, I'm going to get him a director's chair, and then eventually you can get like a Freddy Krueger figure, and you can just pretend it's Wes Craven. That'll make you much happier.
Yeah, you're right. That would make him much happier.
Seriously, Stan Lee, these aren't bad figures. But yeah, when you're looking at the prices of Hot Toys, save your money and buy some Hot Toys. I took some bullets for the team. TOFT here. That's me.
I wish I could say I appreciate it, but I was never in danger of buying Das Toys Wes Craven.
Well, Justin's got something against loafers, remember?
Ooh, the Stan Lee breaks almost every one of my doll rules.
I was photographing him and I'm like, when I photograph a Sideshow figure, when I photograph a Hot Toys figure, I'm in there for hours because there's so many accessories and so much posability and everything. Even on Deadpool, there's so many accessories and so much I want to do with him. Stan Lee, I got photographed in about an hour and I'm like, yeah, it's a doll. There's nothing I can do with him.
Let's try one without the sweater vest, shall we? Okay.
I decided not to undress him as that went bad with me and Wolverine.
You're never going to get it tucked in properly.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Marvelicious Toys with more collecting news and reviews at marvelicioustoys.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, make mine Marvelicious.